So, polymer clay. Some of you probably wonder what's the difference between polymer clay and other kinds of clay, or you hear.
Okay, there's coffee if anybody wants it.
Yes.
We'll come and get it.
You hear of oven baked clay. You know, you think of Sculpey. You see that in Walmart and everywhere you go, Sculpey clay.
Sculpey.
And most Sculpey clay is made for kids, and it's not suitable for making jewelry with. You need to get the good quality stuff. They have a line called Primo, another line called Souffle. And those clays will, when you take a piece of clay and you're reducing it to make it smaller, but you want to keep all the intricate work that's in there, you need a good clay that will do that. With a cheap Sculpey kind of clay, it will just merge together and become mud. So you need to buy the good stuff. I use Sculpey Primo almost exclusively. You can buy it at Michael's or
Say Walmart.
not. They won't have the good stuff there. Even Wright's Framing doesn't have the good stuff.
So you have to go to Michael's if you get it,
Well,
or you can order it.
yeah,
right?
Amazon's a good bet. So it usually comes in these little 2-ounce packets. They cost $5 to $7 each. It's pretty cheap.
How much is that?
Well,
That's
$5 or
pretty cheap.
$7,
That's
depending. Yeah. Now I buy in bulk, black, white, translucent, which is the most important thing. You need to have translucent clay. And I also like this pearl white, which is a white that has a pearlescent shine to it. So, yeah. So, here's some advantages to polymer clay and why I like to work with it. It's fairly inexpensive. It doesn't shrink when you fire it, so it's going to be the exact same size you made it, which is a great advantage. There's a wide range of colors. You can get metallic, pearlescent, sparkling colors, translucents. There's even liquid clay you can use. It has whole different firing characteristics. So, you only need a toaster oven to cook it. It cooks at 275 degrees for an hour or less, and you're done. The clay itself lasts practically forever. I still have the clay I started with, 7 years ago, and it's as good
It's
as
still
the clay.
pliable.
Yeah.
You can still work it. Wow.
So, yeah, and so, let's see.
Put it on the shelf.
Doesn't break. If you drop it, it's not going to break. It's lightweight, which is great for earrings and jewelry. And it's non-toxic, unless you swallow it and you're a baby and choke. So the things you're going to need, by the way, polymer is just a giant molecule that's made up of a repeating series of smaller molecules. DNA is a good example of a polymer. But most plastics are polymers of some sort. The polymer that they use for this is polyvinyl chloride, which is PVC. So it's basically you're making PVC kind of stuff. So here's the things you need to get started. You'll need the clay. There's also other brands. There's one called Fimo, and I haven't really worked with Fimo, but a lot of people do. I stick with one brand because the characteristics are similar. And there's Kato also. They're hard to find, and I think they're a little more expensive. And then you need a work surface. You need a non-porous work surface like glass, ceramic, tile. I found this at, I think it was Joann's Fabrics up in
Grants Pass, yeah.
Grants Pass. It just was there. One of them, I bought it, and it's the best thing I ever.
Really?
Yeah.
It's got all the measurements.
Yeah. So you've got metric and inches measured across here. It makes cutting things a lot simpler. You can find these online. They range from $30 to about $60 depending on the size.
What is it called since I'm on Amazon?
I think they go by glass.
It's in the corner right there.
Yeah, I can't. It's called We Are. I can't find that.
I
company.
found one for $2 at the thrift store.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go, yeah, pick it up.
They
Dang.
got 'em, they got 'em. I'm selling it for 4 if you're interested.
Oh, 20 years ago.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, if you look up
I'll
glass
give you 10
mats
for it.
or glass
Glass mats.
craft
Glass
mats,
mat.
yeah,
That's pretty badass though, David. You got that glass mat.
it's perfect.
Right.
But you can use even if you have a countertop that's hard surface, you can use that. But this is nice. Let's see. You need an acrylic roller.
Nice.
You use this a lot. You'll need tissue blades. That's these things. This is how you cut the clay. And there's different types. This one is good for, say, cutting through a block of this.
Whoa.
This blade here is the most flexible, so it's very useful. It's also the sharpest. So this is what I use 90% of the time. Let's see, you need a pasta machine.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, you can get by without one, but it's a lot more work. What you can do, you can take a deck of cards.
Just a blade.
Can you use the pasta machine after you've done this work on it? Can I
Sure,
make
you could.
pasta and it's not toxic?
It's too early for
No,
poker.
I wouldn't do that.
You got
It's
I'm not gonna ask a
Yeah,
doctor
in the
for
box.
anything.
So if you take an equal number of cards,
Okay.
and then
Yeah,
you put
right?
the clay
It's,
in the
it's
middle.
the same.
Oh, you put the clay
Yeah,
in the
you do
middle.
that.
I
Correct,
like it.
right?
Right,
It's
so-
it's the way you make it that thick.
Oh, very
Right,
good.
so you get a uniform
A
thickness,
uniform thickness.
and then you can
It's
just,
a rolling pin.
Just keep
you
it.
can start taking away cards and make it thinner. So it's more work. It also gives you a smoother finish if you do it that way. This will leave you little ridges.
Okay, but if
Okay, we won't
you
get that.
could, well, I like
Well,
I
that.
don't know. I'm
Can you
kind of
just
like
trim
I'm
the
not quite unsold on the pasta machine.
But
So
you
Well,
want
you
it
need
double
it,
duty.
you need it for blending and stuff like that.
Once you use it on clay, you're not supposed to, yeah,
Yeah.
you're not supposed to.
So let's see. Pasta machine. You'll need a spray bottle of isopropyl alcohol, 90% or better.
90%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rubbing alcohol?
Yeah,
Yeah.
rubbing alcohol. That's
So I actually have some 100% stuff, but I generally use the 90%. It's just for cleanup. You need to decontaminate surfaces between different colors of clay, especially the pasta machine. You can pick up whatever you had in there before is going to show up on your
What's
next
that
one.
brown shit?
Yeah, especially if you put white in there, do the white first because it's going to pick up everything. Let's see what else we need. Toaster oven. Now, and an oven thermometer. Now, it's very important to hold the temperature steady in here. So what I do is put tiles in. So the tiles help buffer the temperature from changing. And then I have
Just a
this
tile.
oven clock in there. Don't rely on this here. It's not going to be accurate enough. You need to have a steady temperature the whole time. For primo clay, you want 275, which is what it's at now. So I've got a couple pieces that I've pre-made that I'm going to put in there now because I don't have time to go through and make one and then put it in there and have it done. So what I do is I'll put them on a piece of paper on another tile. You use these tissue blades to pick up the piece. And set it on here.
So those are uncured,
Yeah, this is, you can see it's,
and It's just different colored clays that you're laying?
Yeah, these were different techniques I went through to make those, which we'll do some of those today.
Wow.
But-
Put that in.
So then I just slide the paper onto this tile.
Okay. You put the-
Here's something you just put together, these last couple.
And you want it to cook, depending on the thickness, like 40 minutes or more. I'm gonna put this on 40, that should do it. And then we start the
But it's under 300, right? It's
275, yeah. It's important that it remain within a few degrees of that.
Yeah.
You know, if you go lower, it's not gonna harden all the way. You might burn it and cause
You'll start to brown on
discoloration
the
if you go too high, yeah. It doesn't matter how long you cook it. You can cook it 2 hours if you want, just wasting electricity.
It's 275.
You can't overcook it? It
I've
won't
never
crack?
been able to, but I never cook it more than an hour at a time.
And you stay at 275. If you put it 450, you'd overcook it. It'd be
Yeah,
that-
it doesn't
yeah.
get done twice as fast.
Yeah.
An hour for those two thingies?
I got on 40 minutes right
Okay.
now, but an hour is a good safe time because no matter how thick it is, it's gonna
Doesn't
get
matter.
done. Yeah, and most of these have a timer that only goes up to an hour anyway, so that's what I do. So, the steps you have to go through when you're making stuff with clay, you have to condition it first. So that means, well, I'll take a piece out of here and do it. So I have a block of clay here.
That's
And
what you would buy. There's a block
yeah,
of clay.
I cut some piece
Blue.
off and put it on. So to work with it, it's kind of hard and doesn't want to do much. You got to warm it up and get it kind of going. So one way to do that is put it through the FOS machine repeatedly. Get it thin enough to go through once.
Oh, yeah, I wanna see this.
So
Smash the clay
that's
down.
on its widest setting. So it just flattens it out a bit. Then you fold it, put it through again.
It's very much like making pasta.
Right.
It's very the same thing.
Then you can start making it thinner.
Put more
It's gonna
pressure
come
on
out
it.
with bigger size.
Let's say you roll it around with that in your pocket for the morning, that little nugget. It'd be probably body temperature, be
So
ready
this
to
is-
roll.
Yeah, this is very
I'm
soft
sorry,
and
I just
pliable
think that
nuts.
way.
Wow.
So
I don't
you
know, I'm
can
kind of
easily
always
work
move all
with
the time,
it
so,
as compared to this.
yeah.
So
Right, yeah.
what I'm gonna start off with is a technique that I use. I call when I make them, I call them dragon's teeth, but they're
They're dragon's teeth.
Yeah,
That's all they are.
But you can make them look like faux, different types of.
They kind of look like.
Chihuahua
Yeah,
teeth.
They kind of
look
We can
like
do
this.
that. We can do whatever.
You wanna-
Oh, it's like one tooth. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can make small
Oh,
ones for earrings or large ones for
Oh, okay.
Shark tooth or something, you can just
Yeah,
go crazy
just
like
a
a shark
necklace.
tooth.
So this will be a fairly large one. I've cut out some pieces of different colors. That's a gold.
Okay.
It has-
Okay, so you trim
Oh, that's
those.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
what
trim
you
those
do is,
clean.
if you want things the same size, you roll them out to a specific thickness, and then you use a cutter.
That's his table.
In this case,
You just snip those, do you,
Yeah,
right?
so I use
So you
this.
roll them out with your deal. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Well, you want it on the, either use cards or something, or use the POS machine, so you want them the same width when you cut them. That way you get the same amount of clay. You can also use a scale if you want, but it's more work. So.
Not a baker, what the hell?
So for this project, I have to cut all these up into little pieces. So we'll start here. Look at all those guys taken apart.
Yeah, it's time to, I remember when you made those.
Put it over there. I got 2 shades of blue.
So cutting it up and chopping it up.
You're not very interested in keeping the same size, you're
No.
just.
Just a process.
I think randomness is probably better, right? Would you say that same thing?
Well-
I mean, I laugh about,
It depends on what you're doing. Sometimes you want fairly exact. It's not like cutting glass though. It doesn't have to be so exact that it fits. You know, you can always work with it.
it's very much like a cooking show.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah, no, I'm all in, yeah.
This clay.
Yeah.
Here's a green one.
It's a little small.
Wow, that's
These
just
little
great.
nuggets.
And we saw that, and then we went over to Michael's
I love the colors.
and clay.
Yeah, you can get some really good colors. Some of
Yeah,
the
dude, it's crazy cool.
metallic colors are just beautiful.
And that pearlescent thing you were talking about, I'm like, oh boy, I can see
Yeah.
all kinds of crazy
That's the.
combinations there, right?
Is that the pearlescent one?
This one here is the
White?
translucent. So I'm using twice as much of it.
So it'll actually like melt out translucent. It'll be like
It gives it
clearish.
it gives depth to it,
Yeah.
and that's important when you're working.
Oh
with
yeah, dude.
jewelry.
That's the finish, right?
Right.
That's the finish.
I have so many necklaces. Make a choice.
That's incredible. Dude.
What are we doing?
Now here I've got white,
And that's like bright white, right?
right, but
It's
I
like
also,
bright white.
but I wanted to give it the pearlescent white, but to make it brighter, I'm gonna mix it in with the same amount of regular white.
Right?
So that's just a matter of first we gotta,
Because you have the translucent stuff too, so you
Right.
can milk that white in there.
so you can roll it into a log, and then just start folding it and twisting it.
As a design.
We're gonna make it all homogeneous here.
6 weeks.
That is cool, dude. See, you can mess with the effect
Oh yeah.
completely.
Well, depending on how much you do this, you get a marbling
Right.
effect, which I can show you later on.
I met with her for 6
So now I'll just cut them off of this.
nothing for those hair.
Almost like silver.
A little bit. Silver's got more gray in it.
Yeah, I didn't even notice. Just, lighting makes it look
My
silver.
attention's kind of cool.
Okay, so now we got all our colors.
Chopped up, diced.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with the darker blue predominant and work my way towards the gold and the green. And as I get further down, I'm going to start adding more and more translucent. And
And
that'll
that's
make it-
purely based on your experience, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you want the
You don't
deep
have to do it
colors.
this way. You could just
Yeah,
mix
but-
these all up and do
Oh,
it
I
that if you
know.
want.
Yeah, yeah.
And
You
that would
make-
look good, but anyway, what I'm doing is trying to make it graduate from one kind of thing to another.
Dark to light, almost like a painter. Kind
Yeah.
of crazy like that.
So what you do is you start building a little stack. Now, if I'm doing earrings, I want to do 2 identical ones. And I always make them too big, and that's a problem. But you can always cut off the end if that's the case. But I'm only gonna make one here to save time. So I'm gonna put different colors together, but in,
You know.
And you're just
You
like,
just pile them on?
yeah, you're just, yeah, exactly. What are we doing? We like squishing them? Or we,
well, not yet, we will.
okay.
Nope, just
We're just
piling.
gonna build
Just
a,
squishing.
No squish, just pile.
put occasional gold in here.
Get a little gold in there.
Oh, so you're kind of piling them up, you're not putting them side by side?
No,
No, you kind of like smushing them, almost smushing them.
I see.
We haven't got, we haven't
There's a
got,
method to your madness. I see.
we haven't got the smush level yet. but
no, that's
We're
the
kind of
problem.
like
Going
building.
uphill though, I mean, it's like.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
going uphill.
See, yeah.
I know,
Volcano.
that's what people tell me.
Yeah.
You know, so that.
Can you mix one brand of polymer with the other?
As long as they're
That's
in
a
the
great
same,
question.
they need to be fired in the same color, same
Temperature.
temperature. Some of them are a little bit different, and then I haven't tried mixing them that way. I imagine you'd get success, but I just buy the one brand and stick with it. This is the most popular brand, so it's easiest to find, and it works really well. So, but yeah, it probably works with others. You just have to match the temperatures.
Trial and error, just give it a try.
What I
Yeah.
see is you're building it up where it's
Mhm.
like more vertical than I would have done. Like I would have smushed up to the side, and so your
Well,
experience
you
level
could-
is
I could
telling
do
you
it
to
that
make
way.
it more.
Yeah, for this particular
This
thing,
is
it
a
works
dragon
just-
tooth, we spray.
I'm just saying, I just noticed
But I'm gonna
stupid
miss that.
stuff,
I'm
so.
gonna stop him. He's got big.
So I'm
That is
using.
so cool, dude. You just push all that shit together. Is there a mold you put it in?
Well, you
There
can
are no
use
cutouts
molds.
there.
Like here's, let me see, I've got a jewelry.
I
mold.
mean, no, don't do anything special.
Here a minute. No, I'm just gonna show you the mold.
Okay. Because you would do that in like a mold.
This is the
Oh.
kind. I don't use these.
So if you're
molds.
okay. Well, let's say you were doing that mold. What would you do with that pile of stuff you got right there? Would you just stick it in?
Well,
the mold?
this technique was making something that wouldn't fit in the mold, but
Okay.
if I was, I would just stick these in there and crunch them down. And once you get it all in there, you take a blade and you have to cut off the excess. The
Oh,
problem,
really?
what I don't like about these is you can't see what it's gonna look like
Yeah.
because the bottom is down there, and so you're just going by faith, you know, and then you take it out. Oh, that's not
So
what I
you
want.
found it's much better to do
Yeah.
it freehand, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
Well, I have techniques that mimic that, and I'll show you that when we get to
On,
it.
on the molds, do you use talcum powder or anything for release?
No,
Blind.
no, you know, the clay is pretty good at, especially with silicone. That's a silicone blade. It's not gonna stick to it.
He's buried in.
Not like glass where you gotta have a release mold. Alright, so let's see. Oh, those are in the other, never. I thought I forgot to put them in. So I'm putting more of
I know,
the,
pearlesce in here.
more of the.
So that's gonna be more of the clear coat on the top type of thing when
Yeah,
it
it'll
finishes
leave
out.
little depressions where you can see through it into whatever's underneath it.
That's really crazy, dude. So you have a vision and you're just making this little nugget and you know what it's gonna look like. 'Cause you
Not
know
really.
about these.
You don't know.
Well, I know, you never know, but you kinda know. You're putting all that clear on there.
Yeah, it's okay. Pure gold.
He's so sweet.
The cool part is, dude, you're showing how big it would be. You know, like you're making a nugget that's like a sugar cube. That's like 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. Yeah,
Well, it's
right?
not gonna end up that way.
Okay.
He was a male, so he's a little bit.
But I would have
Some
never
of these females.
figured to do that tall. If I was doing it, like, oh, hey, here's those.
Well, this is enough to work with here. So now I'm gonna just move these aside.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so now this.
Now this
is going to-
mushing.
Yeah, this is the fun part.
Okay,
Start
so you
rolling
do,
this
oh,
out.
wow, okay. All right. All bets are off.
So you wanna make it a point.
Wow,
and then
that's cool.
it's kinda,
Yeah, what are you gonna do with it now, dude?
you can always. So now you wanna start twisting it. Well, this end doesn't wanna stick.
So usually they stick, you don't have to water them or anything.
No, no.
Wow.
Interesting.
It's a big old dragon
Yeah, they always come out bigger than I want. So. But, you know, I can take this end, it's just all blue there, and just cut some of that off. And then, from here, I think I have some.
Yeah. So we remember this from.
There's one of these little pins in there.
Oh, for the metal for the earring
Yeah,
clasp thing?
we'll just stick it in the end.
That's it? It will stick?
Oh yeah. If you really want to be sure, you can pull it out after you fired it and then glue it and put it back in. But you need to fire it with that in there to create the hole. If you're doing something, also I like to bend it a little bit when I put it in the thing.
You don't want anything straight.
That's a
Yeah.
My God, it'd be machine made otherwise, right?
Yeah, so now we got all this leftover stuff, so let's just mix it all together.
Yeah,
and see
dude,
what
I need a right earring. I'll get pierced after we are done here. Ouch. No.
So now we just got randomness here. Let's see how that compares.
No, I love that. I want to see how much different that turns out. You just like glommed it. Whatever.
Make it into a ball.
They don't
Right.
actually mush together for a new color, right? They don't, like blue and yellow would give.
No, they will, but you have to mix them a lot.
Really.
There's a thing called a Skinner blend where you can take two different colors and you have a triangle on the top, a triangle on the bottom, and you just keep running it through there and
Yeah.
folding. Eventually, you know, if you have blue on one side and yellow on the other, you'll have green in the middle, and all, you know, variations in between. So,
So if you don't want that, don't overmix it, right?
yeah,
Less than.
it
So we're
depends on the
mixing,
mixing
even with
technique
paint,
you use.
is like mud.
Yeah, if you keep going long enough,
You
it'll
turn into brown.
Brown, yeah.
That's painting 101.
She never labeled
I
around.
keep
I gotta
mixing.
roll this one out.
There I am. I had 2 brown earrings. I can't wait to get pierced, dude. This is it's a life-changing experience for me.
So what I'm going to do now is a marbling technique. So you take it and fold it over, twist it again,
Whoa.
roll it out,
Whoa.
fold it over, twist it again.
And you see how not overworking it is perfect,
Yeah.
right? You just do 3.
Well, it depends on the effect you want.
Was the safe answer.
Give it to 'em.
That's pretty cool.
Or I can, when you think you're on your last one, make it into an S. And do it that way.
Now that's pretty cool. You just brought out some brightness right there.
Right. So
Pretty crazy, dude.
So that's that, but I'm going to flatten it out and make it into something else because it'll look more interesting.
Yeah.
So now we can push it back together.
It's basically no special technique, it's just whatever you're.
And then find the side you like. I think this looks good.
And you're gonna flatten it.
Right.
I dig that. Yeah, that's great. Another piece of jewelry. Just flatten it.
That's really pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
wow,
right? See?
yeah.
There you go. Now you got something like, whoa.
Don't
Put
squish
it
it too
through the
much.
key.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. We're gonna make frostas? Let's eat.
Right. So if I put it in this way, it's going to lengthen it this way,
Okay,
which is what I want to do.
Alright.
I was so proud of myself.
And then make it.
Wow.
All right, so now you got this
Oh, cool.
and this.
Wow. Dude, you can make 2 earrings out of that.
Well, yeah, I'm going to make a pendant though. So,
Make a pendant.
all right, so I got these.
Ring. Like,
A little big, little big.
Is it big?
Let's see.
Right, here's something else.
I know, sorry,
A
man.
little,
Someone's covered.
head a little.
So,
I love those little cutters, those are cool.
Yeah.
so now for a pendant, I want to have a back on. I want it to be thicker than this. So I'm going to take some black.
Why would you want it thicker than that? Because you think it's kind of
It-
fragile?
Not fragile, but it doesn't seem as substantial. It's like,
Okay.
it's so thin that, and light that it just.
My nipple won't feel that pulling on it? Okay.
Thank God, I'm good.
Alright, so I'm gonna cut a piece of black off of here.
So black is like a backing.
I use it for that a lot. You could use white too, but black I think works better.
It seems funny that there's just black.
This is way more than I need, but that,
Ocean orange,
I roll mine with wood, a wooden roller and it sticks to it.
yeah, you don't wanna use wood. Although I do have a wooden, roller that has patterns on it, and
Huh.
you can
Oh,
roll
yeah,
out
yeah.
patterns.
Wow, that'd be cool, right? Possibly.
Yeah, you can do all sorts of stuff with that. Alright, now I'm gonna put this in.
Oh, I love that one, that's the
Right?
best.
Yeah, their pasta thing is really cool.
You get one at the first time.
Make it a little
See,
thicker.
sometimes
It's like a fruit roll-up.
come over to dinner.
liquor.
Come over.
Blood licorice.
Alright, so
Damn.
now, so when you're picking up something you're working on, it's best to use the tissue blade to get it off. Otherwise you might distort it pulling it up.
Lay it on, push it down, there you go.
Now, here's the little trick. If you use a baggie over top of it before you cut it, it will bevel the edges.
Really?
Yeah,
Just naturally,
So,
the
if you
plastic
just
will
cut it-
bevel that edge?
yeah, if you just cut it,
Oh,
it's gonna
that's-
be a flat edge.
And it
It'll
won't?
look like this piece here, which was one of my early ones. I didn't know how to do that yet. So, put on a baggie on it. Find your spot you want. Oops.
It's a leaf.
Oh, like that.
Is that a leaf or a
No, it's a,
uvula? What is
it's
that?
just a
Teardrop.
teardrop. Yeah.
Teardrop.
Yeah.
And then I use this block, it's a sanding block, because your hand isn't strong enough to
No.
do that.
To go through
Right.
all that.
Oh, you're actually gonna cut through the.
Yeah,
plastic.
he's gotta go through it, but it's that little plastic edge, right? That gives it that rounded
Right.
edge.
Peel
That's
that
pretty
off.
smart, man.
I'll be down.
So
There you go.
So
Yeah,
they, again,
but,
they will
uh,
stick to each other, right? They will.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're already stuck.
They'll be like, yeah.
Now, sometimes you'll have a little bit of frayed stuff around the
Oh,
edges.
that's cool.
So you
Now,
you
at
can
that
sand
point in
it
time,
off.
do you poke it for like a hanging?
Yeah,
thing or whatever you like
there's
hit
two
with
schools of thought there.
Okay.
That I could use a toothpick to drill a hole through there.
Or you would wait till it's dry and
Yeah,
hard,
the-
and you
the-
can just drill it wherever you want.
So each way has its ups
Not
and
that
downs.
easy though.
Yeah, if you do it now, it's easy, but it tends to distort the clay. When you push something in there, it's gonna move the clay around and out.
Right.
That's why I asked you, but
Right,
now I
so
know
if you use a
completely.
toothpick and just kind of twist it in there.
I'd probably
it's-
wait till after the fact.
but if you do it after the fact with a drill bit, it's hard to get it to start in the exact right place you want
Place,
to.
yeah,
So-
it'll slide. I
Yeah.
That's
ruined
what a
so
drill
many
press
pieces.
is for.
Yeah.
Tiny
you can-
drill press,
but
dude.
Yeah.
I'll get you one.
I
No,
have
no, we've
I
got
have
one. We
Dremel,
got
just get a Dremel, man.
Yeah, I'm just too lazy to get it out.
But, so,
Yeah.
But I understand exactly what you're talking about, because it would distort it otherwise,
Dremel
but
it before or after?
is that a big deal if you're gonna like do hanging jewelry?
Do it after it's cooked.
Well, how would you do it? Did you do a bunch of this? I always asked,
I've
how's
done
the
it-
craftsman do it?
Yeah, I've done it both ways. I tend to favor doing it afterwards, but
Yeah.
Mary likes me to do it beforehand because it's hard to get the.
Could you possibly, with the toothpick, could you put a dimple in it or a little partial start so that when you do drill it later?
That's a good idea.
See, that is money
Yeah, I
right
hadn't
there.
thought of that.
That is absolute money. Yeah, just
just
give
kinda
me a
wondering.
dimple. Just like you would do with a, I'm a carpenter, bam.
Yeah,
I had to work with metal,
Yeah,
I
if you
tag
really-
stuff all the
yeah,
time.
if you really.
Because
wanna-
then your drill bit is gonna go right where you want it to go. I don't have to make a hole right now. Cause I'm with him. I've tried these all different ways, and it is funny. The distortion will goof it up.
Yeah. So I'm
Your
gonna,
hole's not where you want
I'm gonna
it.
take the black off of here and save
That's a
it.
good idea, I like that.
There's never any wasted clay. You can always use it in something else going down the line.
Oh, this one you're now just.
I'm just recovering some of the black that I'm not using. This can be used later on for something else. It's just leftover.
That's so
black.
cool though, dude. And you could actually meld it up right there and just,
Oh, yeah.
you could just spread it back out. Now it's got black in it.
Yeah, it would, the black tends to take a lot. So-
Takes
Put
over.
it through your spaghetti machine.
Yeah, exactly, right? Flatten it back out and see what happens.
Wow.
Now I got a little
Oh, wow.
Dill
I like
Nord
the
flavor
colors.
to it
I
right
like
there.
that already.
Eleanor?
That's not funny. It's real.
It was so much fun. This whole
Yeah.
thing, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's gonna get, the more.
Oh
you
yeah,
do
it starts to get brown.
It's
Everything goes
Yeah.
brown.
So-
Yeah.
You gotta watch out for that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Alright, so I'm gonna start something else now. So first thing I'm gonna do is clean off the table. So I just spray.
Alcohol.
Yeah,
I
paper
dig that.
towel.
I dig that glass.
Clean
Yeah,
this.
I really dig that. Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
And I clean your roller. And your pasta machine. What I do is I just kind of,
You just roll it along. I was wondering how you clean that. I was like, okay.
even as much as you do the.
I know. There's still gonna be some residue or
It's
something.
A little bit there.
13 seconds.
Okay, so now I'm gonna do a routine called the Bokami. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it, Bokami game. It's an ancient Japanese sword making technique where they build up layers and hammer into it and stuff. And
Fold it over and
Right.
fold it again and
So-
fold it 100,000 times.
yeah,
Sounds like,
I hear it referred to as Damascus.
Except it's way more than Damascus.
So again, I've got some regular white and some pearlescent white, so I'm going to mix them. Need to be conditioned a little
So you get white with a glow.
Sort of, yeah. Because the pearlescent isn't as bright. So if you want something really bright, the white is, but it's doesn't have any pizzazz with it. So
I like that. Oh, it looks like 50-50.
yeah.
60,
half and half.
yeah.
Can you overwork that and make it not really be nice?
Well,
Or is
I'm just.
overworking it make it more even?
It makes it. In this case, it will. The more you overwork it, the more you work it, the more it'll blend the two colors. If you do it enough, they become one.
Okay.
So.
And with the white, it doesn't really matter, right?
Well, if you're just using white with any other color, it's going to lighten the color.
Right. But with the pearlescent, it'll just
The
make it
pearlescent
better.
is also white, so it's just adding a little brightness to it, I think. I gotta get this. Quick quickest way is using the pasta machine to blend.
I can't wait till I get this restaurant. They are.
You have a pasta machine? You got your eye
They
on?
got them at the thrift store. I'm telling you.
Where?
At Delmore, the thrift store, the old St. Vincent de Paul.
Really?
I'll buy them today.
Guess we're gonna have to come with him to go get one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you better beat him over there going.
The important
I didn't know
thing
there
is you
was
got-
one there. I would have been
Right
all
there.
over it.
I'm in that.
When we leave.
Okay, so this is
Oh, my
nice.
car is a Toyota. Yeah, looks like a tree.
We're gonna have fun.
Are you gonna finish?
I was like, I'm a brushstroke person, so it's like, if you overwork stuff, just like dough, it's overworked. Do you really want that, or do you wanna use your brushstrokes? That's where I come from, is
Perfect.
Yeah.
use your brushstrokes.
It doesn't seem to.
I want it semi-blended.
So I'm making 3 squares here.
More of a person myself.
Are you? No shit. Yeah, I've never done it. And I'm a worker, so I mean, people want me to do it, and I love to do it.
That's the color I have.
I
Yeah,
make
it's a
things
really,
like my
it's
eye.
a cool effect,
My eyeballs
and it
are all
sells.
made with stuff.
Yes, it does.
Really?
But I put
Better
an
than-
armature behind it, just foil, tin foil.
But
I
the
get a real
majority
fit
that I
like
do,
this, but
I
I'm not the
buy
pasta.
them.
I have to roll it out there, and then I just wrap it around the armature.
So you're
And
getting
then I can make that eye. They're all those eyes. are big.
That's actually in the gallery right now.
Is it right here?
Yes.
Huh, I didn't know that.
Oh
Dave
my
has
god, dude,
one.
we have to get together.
At night it's
Ridiculous.
That is Swarovski crystal and
Making squares, 3 different squares. The black gonna be the back of it again.
Crystal.
Yeah, you put the color, well, usually it works best, this technique with black and white and some
That's a
color
cool
in the
part
middle.
about it.
There's no reason you can't use other combinations, but.
And put a part play stuff into what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Okay, so now I got these 3 colors.
Green.
I'm gonna stack them up.
You know, full on stack. Alright.
I hear everybody buys them used.
And
And the first time I use them, you just go and get one used.
so I'm gonna run this through the pasta machine now, crush it down.
Nice.
Now I have to trim off the edges. And
Did we tie
Right.
not exactly straight. Now I'm gonna cut it in half, stack it again,
You're gonna flip it? Wow, okay.
stack it the same way it was.
Stack exactly the same
I
direction.
have a little bit, not in the middle here.
Run it through.
Run it through again. Each time it lengthens it out.
It's like that liquor.
front? There's 2 of them.
Yeah.
Or toffee.
It's fettuccine.
Look at that.
Just got them overloaded.
And let's do it again.
Wow, okay, just stacking it the same way too.
Right, you have to do it, yeah, in the
Yeah,
same way.
exactly the same direction.
That's
Same for his mom's picture.
And you just keep flattening it again.
Why?
Wow, that's
Once
crazy,
more.
dude. Snip.
And I was crying. There it goes. I said, oh, just 2 of the words she used. Just
And the crazy part is you're not flipping it over. You're stacking it
Right.
straight on top. That's the
Okay.
technique.
this time, we'll stack it without running it through again.
This looks black. It's crazy.
Okay, now I'm going to impress a pattern on it. So I found this little device has a cool pattern.
Wow, where'd you get that?
Thrift store.
Really?
No, I think it was made for Sculpey clay.
Okay.
I think I ordered it online. I've had it for a while, but you can use.
It's just a bunch of letters, right?
These aren't even. They're just circles and they're just
okay.
geometric.
Hieroglyphics.
But you can use anything you want. You can take a poker and just poke your own stuff in there, or cut it and put.
Wow.
You know, so yeah, there's actually that need to stack this. So now, here's where you have to worry about release. You don't want it to stick to this, so I have a bottle of water, and I'll spray it on here. And make it nice deep impression. Yeah, this even says Sculpey on it.
Yeah.
Could be a dead giveaway.
Sculpin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never get bit by one of them.
Oh, cool.
So now, you have to get it dry.
Yeah.
Tighten it up, make sure that there's no holes in
I don't
there.
wanna make you sick.
So now what you want to do is start shaving off the layers. So this is the hard part because
Whoa. You're gonna come, wow, okay.
Wait, what are you making?
well, I'm going to make something that
I'm surprised.
Oh, wow, that's so cool.
What?
Whoa, okay, I did not see that.
I
Okay. So now you got the black and white. You've
Right.
made that black and white.
but that pattern is different than, so if I flip it over, I'll get a whole different
Did you
pattern.
push all the way through with that?
Yeah, but you have
Right.
to, the hard part is to keep it the same amount of depth all the way through. I have a tendency to.
Why wouldn't you use your block on that heavy block,
To do what?
to make it all the same?
More uniform, like she's saying. Well, why wouldn't you not like use a
That
flat block?
That black
You used
block
your,
that
you used your hand, you used your wrist to push it down.
Oh, yeah, well, I didn't want to push all the way down to the bottom.
And the reason for
So
shaving
you
off
could
that
feel
piece
it.
is why?
That's why.
Because,
He
well,
doesn't want to
you'll see in
go
a
all the
second.
way
Okay.
through.
You
Right.
can do
He
it
wants
on
to
both
go
sides.
all
the
right,
way through.
Different
Got it.
things.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Cool.
Still a little bit.
What a great idea.
Yeah, the thing has to be nicely stuck down or else it'll try and move when you're cutting through. Which is what it's doing now. But this end is still wet. So I'm gonna cut on this end again.
Shaving it? Okay.
Wow.
And you're gonna toss that?
No, no,
Okay.
this
That's
is,
the design. That is so
but it will change as it goes deeper into here. So what I do is I just make sure I have the right sharp edge here. Right. You can just kind of stick these pieces together. try the other side. I think I'll get a better pattern, a more interesting one on this side.
That one's devoid of all the impressions.
Whoa.
That is
I like it.
amazing.
Whoa, dude, I love the asymmetry in that. Yeah.
So this will go on a separate piece.
Yeah, you wouldn't really anticipate that, right?
Yeah.
It's always different, yeah.
That's pretty badass, dude. That is.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. I love it.
And you could stop at any point.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
Wow.
That way.
That's pretty spectacular, dude. I had
Big
no
flower on
idea.
the other end.
That's very
That's how
total.
that first one, the kind of letter J or
Yeah,
the
right.
The
musical
note,
note is made.
musical note?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's how this one was made. The same colors too. Whoa!
No shit.
Let's see.
Wow.
Oh, that's the,
Pass that around, that's cool.
That is awesome.
wow.
That's pretty cool.
I thought those were glass, but those were all. I've seen that before.
That's pretty spectacular, dude. It's lightweight,
That's
that's a
amazing.
nice thing,
I
isn't
love
it?
it.
It's so lighter than glass. That's crazy, and you can actually take that pattern and you could stamp that on another thing, or is that what you're lining up for?
Well, I'll put a backing on it and then do that same technique.
Wow.
So that's enough to work with. This is the same.
That's a cool pattern in itself.
Yeah, what a fun thing, dude.
Yeah, just kinda-
Just make it the same
That
level
wasn't good.
thickness. Yeah.
You gotta watch out, it's very thin and fragile.
And it wants to stick. That's pretty cool, dude.
So again, we'll take some black and make a back for it.
That's pretty spectacular, dude. I'm amazed.
Let's take
Nice.
Oh, yeah, there's the iridescence. Wow.
You see how happy accidents happen, right? Pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
That's
I
magic.
love
So let's see, what shape should I make that into?
Here,
That's magic,
star,
dude. Just
what do you have the shapes?
I got square, triangle, circle, rectangle, heart.
How about a
Teardrop?
circle?
Heart.
Circle. Do you want to do heart? Okay.
Okay.
Can I hear one heart? No, two.
One heart. I raise
Three
it.
hearts.
The second, the second.
So again, we're gonna use the,
Okay.
Backy.
where put the other?
And you threw it back down in that little box.
Oh, no.
You want some more?
So that's done. So then I'm gonna pick out a good thing.
there's your block of steadiness.
Yeah.
Right through the plastic.
It's really crazy, dude, how cool the plastic thing is, right?
Yeah.
You figured that
Oh,
out.
no, it took some of this off.
Ah,
Huh.
that was meant to happen. That's awesome, yeah.
Yeah, this is a nice little tool for kind of getting rid of these weird edges.
Good picture.
That's that's cool. Yeah.
The other's It's just so sexy.
That is really cool.
That's ridiculous.
That's
Beautiful.
really cool, yeah.
That's badass.
So, yeah, and then all this leftover stuff, you
No, I don't.
can do the same
Thank you.
thing with it. And we can do a smaller one on this.
You don't really need your phone to get commercials.
Can make a smaller part. There it is.
Ah, very nice.
That is pretty cool.
That is so beautiful. I love it.
It's a pretty cool technique. It's not that hard to learn. But let's take a look at what's in here.
Steve, Stephanie. Oh, Stephanie.
Oh, how cute!
Isn't it? If you look at it close up, it's completely different, huh? It's so pretty.
Oh my gosh! Her little dogs. So cute.
That always amazes me.
Yeah. So, yeah, these aren't, this has got a lot of translucent in it.
Still got a lot of work to do though on those.
So if you notice when they
Now
first
he's
come
got
out,
sand on.
they still are flexible.
But they'll dry hard.
Oh, yeah.
Just what kind of glues to use?
What kind of glue?
Because this is like matte colored, but these are.
Yeah, how do you make
Oh,
it shiny?
well, I'll show you that. That's how they start like this. They're matte. I put them in water just to cool them down faster. Which I haven't seen anybody recommend doing that, but it's never hurt when I do it.
It's not gonna hurt any pound, then you can work with it faster.
Yeah. What you need to do, this is the unfun part. You have to sand it. So you use wet, dry sandpaper. You can buy it at usually the automotive section or wherever the sandpaper is. And I start at 400 grit and work my way up through 800, 600, 800, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, and 3,000 grit. By the time you get to 2,000 grit, you're just polishing it anyway. But this is the least fun part, because if you got a whole bunch of stuff that came out of the oven and you gotta go through all this sandpaper on every one of them, you're there for a long time. I actually sanded off part of my thumbnail.
I know, right?
Before I even noticed it, it was when I got down to the skin that I noticed it. You know, it was like, where'd my thumbnail go?
Exactly.
That makes the shine.
The sanding part.
So now you can see these are hard already.
These are the ones you just made.
Yeah, you know, he's got one that fits on a screwdriver.
You pass them around.
Look at,
Well,
no,
I
he's
should
gonna
sand
sand
it
it.
now, yeah.
Look at this. Look at the little
That was just made.
holes.
It's got a little
Yeah.
spinner on it.
It's okay, we need to get wet to dry sandpaper.
We got plenty.
Wet to dry?
Yeah. But, so the reason why this is so good to use is that if you're doing it wet, you're not going to have any dust floating around from it. It can be hazardous. So you put the sandpaper in there. The first two times I'll do the back, but after that I'll leave it alone.
You do the what?
Do the back.
Oh,
The
do the
back a little, just to get it a little bit, some of the roughness out.
Finer than a 49er.
But I'm not that concerned with the back. This case, I didn't use a black back, it's just whatever it was. So now,
And so this is to get it shiny, or why are we doing that?
So if you look at these three here, these are examples of,
One,
this one
two,
is
three.
unsanded, that one is sanded, this one is sanded and buffed.
And how about unsanded and buff and put a clear coat on it?
Well,
Oh, this doesn't have a clear coat?
no, that's just buff.
Yeah.
That's
Right,
the
cool?
beauty of it. You can make it so it's done when you're done.
You got a whole landscape going there, don't you?
Yeah, I know.
So you were aiming for?
Huh?
Were you aiming for a landscape?
No, it just
No,
turned out.
okay.
I did add, I put these ones over top.
Oh, yeah.
You could use stamps too, right? The rubber stamps.
Uh-huh. You can also, alcohol ink works very well with it. This one here, I use a combination of pastel on the background. So you take
Right.
pastel and just onto it. And then, that was what the leaf in there. Took the leaf out, added acrylic paint, and then you can get
Oh, 'cause,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
And-
the leaf is just for the texture?
Yeah, so what happens is the paint goes down into where the leaf lines are,
Wow.
and then you scrape it off.
Really?
And you left it just that.
So a real leaf, you roll a real leaf on it?
You put the leaf on there, let me see. So I'm trying to figure out which color I put on before I put the leaf on.
Oh,
I don't remember exactly, but
maybe the lighter or the darker?
yeah, so you put the leaf on, I think I had this background on the whole thing. And then, no, I couldn't. I had to put the leaf on first, then put the background on. And then when you take the leaf off, you can do the paint in such a way that it only goes into the indentations where the leaf is.
Okay, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a little bit trickier, but, so for this one, you can see that I had the black into the veins, and then I think it's alcohol ink on the blue, on the green part. Again, it's pastel in the background.
I really like that.
Yeah, you can feel it.
You can feel it?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Is this one buffed to that shine?
No, I didn't buff that.
How'd you get the shine on it?
Just check sand. I guess I must have buffed it.
Slept on there.
It's not exactly
Garage.
flat.
She set up for me. I slept for her.
So most of the work is done actually when you're on the 400 sandpaper.
That is really,
Oh, I'm running late. Okay. So let me just really quick.
which one?
Oops.
You can see like caverns.
Yeah, they're just like,
Yeah.
see them?
It's the middle of that gets stored. Whoa. Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah, but down there.
The best image
This
is
is
around
what
the
this
edge of
is.
the
Okay.
thing, because I put it in my pocket or something else.
Which one?
So, like, a bench mounted, buffing wheel with triple A and the whole range of abrasives. That's just a thought.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you want, if you even want to get into that or not, but.
Well, let me show you real quick, because it'll take me a while to get these down to where they're ready to be buffed. But this one here is already sanded. It's not buffed. That's the difference. So I'm going to buff this one and show you how much difference it makes really quickly.
Buff it with your little Dremel.
Yeah. So if you have a Dremel or even a drill with a drill
Oh,
bit
okay.
that has this.
Yeah.
Jewelry polish.
Yeah, but you need some kind of buffing wheel.
I got it.
Some people use they use denim, you know. I don't know. I
Really?
tried it.
Do you use a compound with that?
Nope.
Nothing, just the buffing wheel.
The thing you gotta watch is that you're doing it with
In the right
turn,
direction?
Yeah, or else it flies out of your hand. And you'll never
Oh,
see
you hit
it.
it right in the face, dude. I'll get ready.
You'll
for it.
never see it again when it flies out of your hand. It's gone, you know.
Gone.
That's where the,
It goes under
yeah,
something or.
oh, it's another plane of existence, yeah. That's what
Yeah, figures on it. Oh, wow. Yeah, good down.
Yeah, see the difference between that part and this part.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So this is just the brush, right?
Right.
And that's polished.
And so do you, oh wow.
Yeah,
Do you
it's
use
like
the
super,
pearlescent
like,
curly thingy, or does it do it without the curly thingy?
We call it Dremel tweaker tools.
The pearlescent.
Yeah,
That's
does
a
it
good
do it
point.
without the pearlescent stuff too? Does it get,
Oh, it doesn't matter.
yeah? So why do we put the pearlescents in?
So if you
So
look,
it gives a little bit of pearly?
yeah,
A little silver
it gives it a
thingy?
little, so if you look at the white line there, you can see it's
Oh,
got
yeah.
a little bit of shine
Oh,
to
I
it.
see, yeah, okay.
And the gold and the.
Let's see that, Gigi, bring that one over.
It's kind of like a white with a sparkle. You know, pearlescent, right? Wouldn't you call it like
Yeah,
a
there's
white
a
with a
little-
sparkle?
Yeah, what it is, it's mica powder they put in.
Oh, okay, micro.
And you can do that, you can do that yourself, you can buy mica powder and mix it in.
Really?
Yeah.
It's really amazing, dude.
This is just
what you got going on there.
This is
That is
just
killer.
fun.
And
What grade sandpaper
Look at
are you
this.
using?
Yeah, he does
What,
fine.
what?
What
Is that
grade
60?
sandpaper?
How, this is,
Wow.
looks like it has a resin,
I go
right?
from
Like a glossy
400
resin.
Yeah, like you just totally
3,000.
clear coated it, right?
Yeah,
Right.
so I do it, 400, 600,
And
800.
you can use
That's
those
strikingly
over and over
different.
again, these sanding.
The sandpaper, they last a while, these are
This is,
brand new.
wow.
That is really crazy, dude. How it looks like you clear coated it.
I
Like,
know.